Kim, boy, it's become a very busy afternoon here in Houston and Southeast Texas. Once again, we've got Dr. Mike Brennan. He's the director of the National Hurricane Center with us this afternoon. Mike, first of all, pressure's dropped a little bit in the storm. You guys upgraded it to a tropical storm earlier today. Tell me about what you're seeing with the storm, specifically its evolution and the forecast track.
Yeah, well, certainly since yesterday, the storm's become a lot better organized from a, tropical cyclone perspective. We had that big broad center yesterday. Today, the circulation's tightened up. The pressure's fallen. We have some shower and thunderstorm activity much closer to the center, in addition to everything you're seeing up there into Southeast Texas. So we do have a tropical storm now, but the system is not really strengthening very fast. That's very typical for these big, large systems. Even if the pressure falls, the pressure gradient's not that tight near the center. It's really spread out. So we still have maximum winds of about 40 miles per hour. Those might tick up a little bit in the remaining 12 to 18 hours the system has before it moves inland over Mexico. But in terms of the water impacts, the rainfall, the coastal flooding, the tropical storm force winds, that's really not going to change very much here as we go through tonight and into tomorrow.
And Mike, you mentioned the coastal flooding. So let me paint the picture of what's going on here right now in Galveston, Jamaica Beach, Pirates Beach, down to Surfside. We've got roads near the coast and even a couple of blocks inland that are inundated with high water, not just from the rainfall, which is now coming up to 2, 3, 4 inches on the coast, but the surge, the rise in water. Tides are running 3 to 5 feet above normal. So the coastline is really taking a heavy impact here. And we've got this heavy rain band coming across the heart of Houston right now, and all of this from a tropical storm, a minimal tropical storm that's 500 miles away from us.
Yeah, that's really the case. Minimal tropical storms, weaker tropical storms, the impacts are all on the water side. And we sort of had this double whammy here of the storm surge inundation. Again, seeing that 2 to 4 feet above ground level, especially in the Galveston Bay area. You combine that with the heavy rainfall and you get that sort of total water where you get the ocean water, the Gulf water, and the rainfall flooding, sort of rainfall combining together to create a worse situation than you would have from either one by themselves. So, we're going to have to go through one more high tide cycle tomorrow morning with these elevated water levels before they start to recede. So those coastal flooding concerns are going to continue through the night.
That's a really good point. So one more high tide cycle. That's when the floodings were tomorrow morning. Then things should begin to improve. Mike, Dr. Brennan, Director of the National Hurricane Center, thank you for giving us your time these past 3 days. It's really been nice to have you here. Guys, back to you in the studio.